I swear to God, this is the creepiest thing I have ever seen in my life.
Whatever you see on social media is not always true, or nobody is always happy. So here it's been a week here in San Francisco for us already, and we booked an Airbnb, and this is what it looked on the website and in the pictures. This was the house and it is gorgeous, right? But unfortunately, I think we missed it, or it wasn't mentioned on Airbnb that we will actually not be living in this house. But let me take you around. We are actually living in a basement. I think it'll be a good story to tell people about how we started our journey in the US by living in the basement, the typical American story. But that would be in hindsight, and of course, not now. So that's another room for rent, and this is us.
Let me know in the comments if you have ever lived in a basement, or are you open to living in a basement? This is the living room slash working room. We got this extension which turned out to be extremely helpful because of the difference in plug systems here in the US. That's the entrance on the left with washing machine, dryer, fridge, microwave, oven, induction cooker, basin comes inbuilt in all the houses in the US. There was a TV also. Yeah, that's bathroom, bedroom and TV, which we didn't end up using or watching. And I have started packing my clothes because we are moving out and staying at a friend's house for 2-3 days before we move into our rented apartment. This is the dishwasher water drainer. So the water drains out from here. As you can see, there's no space to dry your utensils or cloth. The Airbnb comes with these utensils already. So we made a use of this and induction cooktop. There are these condiments here as well, and I found a lot of condiments in San Diego apartment as well. So I believe that this is a common practice in the US. There are these drawers. This one was empty, and we were really creeped out because we were in the basement, growing up with all these American horror stories, horror movies, sitcoms. Basement did not look enticing at all to us, and first 2 days were really difficult for us to sleep, but I think we managed. We grew out of our fear, and we have to grow up, right? Because this is what independence is all about. This Airbnb also came with towels, hair dryer, a mirror which is steam proof, comes with a hand wash as well, lot of napkins. And just when we were trying to grow up and be fearless and be okay with the idea of living in the basement without any reservation, this is what we see in our room. And I was like, what the F? I got extremely spooked out, and for literally 4 to 5 days out of the 8 days that we were living in Airbnb here, I could not look at the frame. Also, all the switches here in California, they work upside down. So on is off and off is on. They had 2 doors here to move in and out of the living room and out of the bathroom. The entire room is in a mess because I was packing. We were checking out in a couple of hours, and Kunal was extremely occupied with his workload and getting used to the system, getting used to the processes, as the work culture is completely different here in the US. This Airbnb also came with hangers, iron board irons, some place and drawers to store our stuff. This is where we stuffed in our another suitcase. It also had a plug point beside our bed. these windows were closed. There was literally no ventilation apart from the main door, and which is where you exit from here. I also got in a lot of vacuum bags which helped us move from India to US and a couple of apartments inside the US. It basically reduces the space inside your suitcases and gives you a lot of space to store in more things. Of course, this does not eliminate the weight. The weight will be retained. You see how the size is reducing, right? I really love science and innovation for these things. So I'm through with one bag. Took me at least 2 hours to get this through. That's Kunal helping me retain the plug point inside the extension cord. There were some issues, and just putting in things in our suitcase because the vacuum bags do tend to get a little heavy. This house did not have a dishwasher, but usually all the houses here in the US come with it. There was no detergent here, but fabric softener for some reason. I don't know what was the logic. This is a dryer. You can change the adjustments accordingly. Really, I loved was this wrinkle prevent. Most of our clothes came wrinkle free. That eliminated the work for me to iron them out. This washer and dryer was really good. Make some adjustments and put our clothes to wash. Thankfully, I was carrying some detergent that helped me out. Some utilities of items that I was carrying from India. These were our neighbors. This light turned on automatically.
I've been MIA for the last 1 week, but I've been trying to know the city, get around San Jose, meet a lot of our friends and hang out with them. I actually wanted to absorb the entire city and the vibe of it instead of recording it. So I've been doing that till now, and now I'm ready to show you guys around, and we finalized a lot of things. We've seen a lot of neighborhoods here in San Francisco, San Jose, and we figured out a neighborhood where we are going to stay.
I don't have photos and videos of all the places that we visited, but here are some snippets of the food joints that we explored, friends that we met and chilled with in San Jose Bay Area, and a little bit of San Francisco as well. Really happening place, but obviously these are in a few pockets and not streets and streets, the happening areas of this place. Our friends who are living here since almost a decade told us that they do not miss India when it comes to food because so many joints here are so authentic. It cannot get more authentic than this, even in India. We tried A to B and Mylapore, amazing, delicious, authentic South Indian food, and you can see Kunal blushing over it.
Feels really like we are a part of an American sitcom or some series, because look at these houses, the billboards, these trees, these look so beautiful. So this is week 1 in San Francisco, and we are going to explore some eateries around, and we accidentally found this. Just look at this lane. We bumped into this amazing pizza place, and we really recommend it.
San Jose is surrounded by mountains, and we are seeing a lot of mountains all around us. We were given some chili flakes and parmesan cheese. Is no oregano here anywhere wherever I've asked for any eateries. We tasted some beer and we ordered some. We also ran into pharmacy, and CVS gives some 5% off on every purchase that you make. So you remember to carry your coupon along.
So the same place that we found yesterday where we had pizza, we really loved it, and we cannot wait to eat more food there. So we are heading there right now, and I think we're going to try pasta. So let's go and figure out how good or bad it is. This is the exit from our Airbnb, and that's Kunal. It's a beautiful house though. Unfortunately, we are living in the basement. Hello. How are you?
Good.
One more thing that we are getting used to in the US is the small talk culture with literally anyone and everyone, whoever you meet in the US. Kunal and I are finding this little annoying, but this is what it is, and we have to adapt to this to be living here and be working here. When we were talking to our friends and telling them that it's going to be such a big move from Mumbai to USA, and we were looking at some cities similar to Mumbai, so the cultural shock is less, we are able to gel in the city well. But our friends said that unfortunately only New York is the city in the entire USA which would match up with Mumbai and every other city. So that's what we saw here in California, San Diego, San Jose, and other neighborhoods where it's just one story, two-story building. It is horizontally spread out everywhere instead of vertically. Can you believe we had forgotten the name of this place? Thankfully, thanks to my vlogging, I figured out some nearby stores, and that's how we could track this delicious pizza place again. And this is why I'm making a note of where it is and what it's called. The pizzas here cost somewhere around $20, and this is what our friends have been telling us, that welcome to the most expensive city of USA. It's a little challenging for us because we've just come from Mumbai as a 32-year-old, and definitely and of course the conversion of money is still going to be there for a few months before we are settled in, before both our paychecks start coming in. So coming from India first, second, coming to Bay Area, the most expensive area of the entire US continental, it's extremely challenging for us.
The pasta was equally delicious, and Kunal was a little upset that there was no garlic bread along with it. So we took a portion of garlic bread, but that was as huge as a pizza. So we are walking it up now from the pizza place. It'll be a good walkout, and moreover, I really love this street, and everything is so beautiful in this neighborhood.
These are called houses, that is bungalows or townhouses, which share a wall, and houses are standalone unit. And an apartment is a house in a building. Also, condo is called the same. So this is what we learned here in the US.
Also, Kunal had come here for some butter chicken masala. Another reason why I love this place is because there are literally no homeless people around. That makes me feel really safe.
It was a very good decision to walk around because of our small Airbnb and Kunal's workload, and plus me going out to hunt for houses, see properties, figure out food, although it is ready to eat, but because the area is so small and I'm not used to the appliances and everything, it is extremely time consuming. So we are not getting time to work out as much as we did in San Diego. If you haven't watched my previous vlog, do see it in the same playlist.
Wait. Hold.
I also just love these trees around. I had seen them only in Tuscany in Italy, and I'm so happy to see them here as well. So when I said house, I meant our Airbnb, because we are going to be here for just few days before we move into our own rented apartment, for which we are really excited about.